Knitter's Guide to Knit podcast, stitch 33. I'm Carrie on Instagram. I'm a Knitfomaniac Knitfomaniac. I don't even know what I am. Instagram is Knitfomaniac and Ravelry is I'm a Knitfomaniac. I don't know.
And I'm Darlene on Ravelry. I'm just Awesome Granny. We obviously cannot talk today.
Yeah, maybe we shouldn't be doing this.
Maybe not. And on Instagram, I'm Bags by Awesome Granny.
Yeah, so today is the Friday the 13th.
Oh, that's the problem.
Yep, there we go. That's why we shouldn't be doing this. There it is.
And tonight is this big old full moon called the harvest. Yeah, tonight it is and so crazy things are supposed to happen because it's a harvest moon on Friday the 13th. And I don't know about anybody else's family, but my family, it's a thing, y'all. I'm fixing to tell y'all, and y'all are going to think we're crazy.
Oh, we already think you're crazy.
Okay, but you're going to think we're really crazy.
But we love you anyway.
Oh, I love you too. But when it's a full moon, my husband, my daughter, my granddaughter, and I guess because I've been a York for, almost 40 years, it affects me also. None of us can sleep during a full moon.
Really?
None of us. And Peyton...
Do you think it's too light outside?
I don't know. No, I think it's something with the star. I don't know.
It's the lunar pole.
It is a real thing.
I believe you.
And I mean, Peyton, people were like, no, it's not. It's all in y'all's head. It's all blah, blah, blah. It's not all in our head because Peyton was that way as an infant.
Wow.
I mean, it's like, oh, hey, it's we're like, Bruce and I are like, we can't sleep. I'll look at the calendar. Oh, because it's going to be a full moon in 2 days.
Well, there has to be some science to it, whether it be about not sleeping or otherwise. But isn't it when there's a full moon, don't a ton of pregnant women go into labor? Isn't it like a
I think it's a thing.
A study where they've shown numbers of. The increase was 20% or whatever. So there's got to be some sort of
there's something. And
lunar tide pull.
And
towards
Casey
y'all.
said that even he's a firefighter in Houston. He said that bizarre, crazy crap happens on a full moon.
Wow.
I mean and he's working today. So, but it's weird. I mean, Bruce and Shyla and Peyton are worse than me. It does affect me, but not not as bad as it does the three of them. But Bruce can tell you when it's fixing to be a full moon. Oh, it's going to be a full moon tomorrow because he can feel it coming on. I know people are going to say you're crazy, but it's a thing. I'm telling y'all. It's a thing.
I'm all right with you being crazy.
So,
I'm all right with it. So besides your crazy full moon, you got anything else going on?
So I have to tell y'all. So my granddaughter, which one? Brinley.
Okay.
She's playing tennis at her new school. And I
think that's amazing.
I had no idea that there were so many quiet rules in tennis. So, we're at the tennis game yesterday.
Wait, let me just say, the York family is the epitome of quiet.
Yes, we are. So we're at this tennis. Oh, and I've already been corrected 10 times. It's not a game, it's a match.
Okay, it's a match.
So we're watching her, and she hit this ball over, and this girl waved it off, and I thought, why did she wave it off? I told Bruce, I said, she hit it over the fence, and Bruce is like, that's a net. It's not a fence.
It's not a fence. It's a net.
And Camille, she's like, you can't cheer. You have nobody's saying anything. And Brinley hits this ball, and I
isn't it
Brinley, yeah. And Camille was like, shh. And I'm like, yay. It's we can't cheer for her. It's you've got to be sophisticated, Which,
it's like golf.
Yes.
Yeah, that's another silent game.
I told Casey, I was like, okay, so Brinley's in one sport that we can cheer all we want, and they can't hear a thing because they're on motorcycles. And now she's in another sport that we can cheer. I mean, she could hear us if we were allowed to cheer,
but you're not
allowed to cheer. So it's we have to go. And Camille, she got us these shirts that says Liberty Hill Tennis on it. Mm-hmm. And she handed me my shirt, and she gave everybody their shirts. And, her dad puts his shirt on over his shirt. Well, I put my shirt on over my shirt. Well, it's hot. We're outside, and I'm melting, and I'm telling Camille, okay, I'm going to take my shirt off and I'm gonna
the one underneath.
The one underneath. So me and her are over there, and I'm like trying. It's a shirt, not like this, but my other ones I wear to work. So I put my Liberty Hill one on. I'm like trying to take my arm out. Camille's over there like trying to help me. It probably would have been less obvious if I would have just taken my shirt off and put the other one on, because
Nobody would have noticed.
No, Bruce and Casey, and they're like watching this, and then there's kids like watching this, and Bruce is like, somebody really ought to be filming this because y'all look ridiculous. Well, and Camille
Bruce,
and I
you should have gotten that on film next time. I could have inserted it in the podcast.
Camille and I are laughing, and I'm like trying to like.
Are you laughing quietly?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. But it was a mess, let me tell you. So, but I finally got my shirt changed.
Wow.
But it was so
How did
hot.
she do? Did she win?
She was really nervous. No, she didn't win.
Okay.
She was really, really nervous. And it was her first game match, whatever, you know.
I like sports. I like several sports, but tennis is the one sport that I really don't get. I'm sorry, Nina.
I don't get it either.
It's the only sport I know of where they use words and numbers in the score, and I'm like, love 15, 0, all 30?
Yeah, I have no idea.
I'm like, what does that mean? Who's winning?
Uh-huh.
You know?
I hear you.
And but yeah.
We got there, and we went to Round Rock, and the school we were at, they had a lot of tennis courts. And I asked Camille, I said, do you know which field she's on? I mean, I was like, I have no idea tennis terminology, you know. It's like all these rules, all this terminology, all this, and I'm like, and you have to be quiet. So, yeah.
I think that's kind of funny.
So,
I think I might have paid money to go there and see that.
I was like, go Brindley! So...
It's gonna have to be like a new little mantra. Go!
Yeah, I know. So, but we were there supporting her, and she was so nervous. And she, you know how tennis players, I didn't know this was a thing either, but when they have multiple balls, they like stick one up under their shorts.
I think I did know that.
Okay, I didn't know they did that, and I told Casey, I was like, Brenda just pulled a ball out of her butt. And
she's gifted.
Me and Casey, we were laughing, and Camille was like, and y'all have
Can't take you anywhere.
That's what she said. And I mean, and she's not a quiet person. I don't know how the heck she pulled it off being quiet there, but her and her dad and mom, they're like way quieter than the rest than us.
Wow.
But yeah, I mean, but Camille played tennis in high school, and her dad also plays tennis, and they were like trying to help Brindley before it started, and I mean, like very serious about this whole thing. And then there's, you know,
and there's you.
Then there's us. So
it's kind of hilarious.
I was like, she just pulled a ball out of her butt. It was so funny.
We are clearly easily amused.
Yeah, I know, right? So, but we got home. We got to Austin about 3:30, I guess, and didn't get home until 10 o'clock. I was exhausted.
I would have been exhausted.
And it was hot, and
sure.
I was complaining about it being hot, and Kagan was complaining about it being hot. And Casey's like, if you two are going to complain about being hot, go somewhere else. I'm like, well, where?
But we want to be here to
so
see
we can
the match.
Bother you, yeah.
Yeah.
So, but it was hot. I told Brindley, I was like, next time you do a sport, can you do one inside, because it's hot. Because, you know, she rides motorcycles, that's outside. Tennis is outside. And I was like, oh my gosh, it was
she's
so
definitely
hot.
an outside girl.
She is. So that was our day yesterday. It was my very first tennis match.
I'm so glad you corrected yourself. Well, sounds great. Sounds great.
But
I've got nothing.
Well, Charlotte got a new dog. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, you go.
Charlotte got a new dog.
About Ace. Ace is the cutest dog. I'm going to insert a film right here.
is so cute, and he's so goofy because he's 12 weeks old, and he's a standard poodle, so he's pretty big. You know, he's gonna be ginormous, but he's pretty big, and he, like, when he runs, he looks ridiculous. He looks like a cartoon dog because his, like, legs are going everywhere. And the funniest thing, y'all, is when he poops, because I wish I had a film of him pooping.
I wish I had one too. Don't you guys wish we had a film of Ace pooping?
When he squats down, he, like, almost topples over. He can't figure out, like, quite how to, like, do it yet.
He doesn't have the balance.
No, and he, like, almost, like, falls over. It is the funniest thing. So, but he is so cute.
He is cute.
He's really, really cute.
Yeah, he is very cute. At Bentley, Shiloh's Schnauzer did not approve of Ace at first.
No.
But then the video that I inserted, you obviously saw that they were playing together. So.
Yeah. And they had Shiloh and Tim and Peyton and Trenton had a real scare with Levi. Levi is their lab, and he's 13. And he developed this real bad cough. I mean, it sounded awful. And we thought that, because he has some tumors, and we thought that one of the tumors might be, like, choking him. And, I mean, but it came on pretty sudden, and he was, like, coughing and coughing and coughing. Well, Tim and Shiloh and Peyton took him to the vet this morning, and this blows my mind. The vet said it was kennel cough, probably got from Ace. Even though Ace isn't coughing, and, you know, Ace has been around my dogs, and my dogs aren't coughing, but the vet said that.
So how do you fix that?
He's on antibiotics.
Oh, okay.
But that he, you know, it's a virus, that he probably brought the virus home, even though it's not affecting him, but because Levi's old, I guess.
You know what? It just hit my mind. When Precious comes back from the groomer, sometimes
She's coughing.
she has a cough.
She's getting it from the groomer.
She must be. Because nobody has ever coughed except for Precious, and she's the only one that goes to the groomer.
That's what it is.
Wow.
So, but
Wow.
we were, like, thinking really, like, the worst, you know, for
Of course,
Levi.
of course.
And the vet said no. And the vet said, okay, I'm going to push right here, you know, and if I push right here and he coughs, it's definitely kennel cough. And he did what he was going to do, and Levi started coughing, and so they just put him on antibiotics.
Wow.
So, but my dogs have been around the puppy, and my dogs are fine, but my dogs are also a lot younger. So, but
Sorry, somebody was messaging me.
that's okay.
Speaking of dogs, so I think everybody knows I have Jackson now, which is Paige's dog.
It's not Paige's dog. Sorry, Paige. It's not your dog no more.
Paige is pretty much saying it's not her dog yet anymore either. But I don't think that he is as happy as he could be if he went back to Paige.
Told you how to fix that.
I know, but I'm not so sure I can handle that. Paige's youngest dog, Jackson, he's still a puppy. I think he's going to be 1 year next month. And so I've had him for a while now. I've probably had him 6 months now, maybe.
Probably.
I've had him for a while. Well, turns out I believe my neighbor got a new dog, and she is a beautiful German Shepherd, and her name is Kada. And it's not Kada's fault, and it is not Jackson's fault, but the two of them together, they are tearing up mine and my neighbor's fence. And bless his heart, I told him, I said, it doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother. She can come over, she can come in the house. I mean, I love dogs. I love dogs more than people. So he was going out of town, and he goes, I'm sorry, Carrie, I just want to fix the fence. I'm leaving. I'm going out of town, and da-da-da, and da-da-da. I said, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it at all. If she comes over, I'll take care of her. She's not going to, starve or get hurt or, anything. She'll be fine. And so she did get over, and she hung out with us for a day over the Labor Day weekend, I think all day Monday. And then the son came the next day, I think, to Hector, came to pick her up. And I said, Kate has had fun staying over. Jackson had a playmate. And thankfully she's fixed, because Jackson's not fixed yet. I need to make an appointment to fix that dog. And since then, she comes over every once in a while. I have a picture to insert right here. She is such a beautiful dog, and she loves to come over and play with Jackson. But he's slowly been, every time she and Jackson make a new hole, he goes and he plugs it up, and then
But the thing is, I'm sorry to interrupt you. Jax would tear stuff up at your house, but when Katie was there, he never tore anything up.
The first day that they were together, and I had to leave for work, and I knew that my neighbor was out of town until Thursday. So I knew the dog was going to be at my place all day, and I thought, God, I hope everything goes okay. I came home that day. Every day since I've had Jackson, I have walked in that house, and there is something that he is chewing on the floor. Usually it's just a stick or a ball. He'll get a stick from outside, or a ball that Antonio's left laying around, or he loves to chew my clothes. He loves to put his head in my clothes hamper and get some clothes. Sometimes he just likes to lay the clothes on the ground and then lay on top of them because I guess he misses me, which kind of breaks my heart. But when Kata stayed there all day, I walked in that house and not a thing was chewed up. Nothing. Because he had somebody to play with. But I don't know that I can get another dog. I mean, that's 4.
They're easy to get. You just gotta go to the pound and adopt one. He would be so much happier.
He would be.
Which is why I thought
I would keep him till he's about 1.5 years, another 6 months, maybe another 9 months or so, until he's kind of outgrown his chewing phase. Because I know part of it's just puppyhood. I know part of it is just puppyhood and playing and everything. And then he would want to go back to Paige's and be a good dog.
Is that why you have him? Is because he was chewing stuff at Paige's?
He was chewing too much stuff at Paige's, like ruining stuff. And then...
So she sent him to your house?
Well, he runs stuff at my house too, but he's not kenneled at my house. He was kenneled all day at Paige's house and then in the evening at Paige's house. And I said, Paige, he's a puppy. I know I'm not a kenneler. And I know there's people who kennel their dogs and it works for them. But to have them kenneled all day and all night, it's a lot of kenneling. And I understand why she had to do it. I just personally don't believe in it. Like I said, I'm just a dog person. I would not put my children in a kennel. I'm not going to put my dogs in a kennel. It's just the way I think. I know it's retarded to some, and people are looking at me like it's just a dog.
No, dogs aren't just dogs.
And,
my dogs are part of my family.
And I know that some dogs just do better being kenneled. Like they need it. It's like like food. It's like a system or whatever. I just have never kenneled any of my dogs. So I told Paige, I said, let me take him for a while. And, he's got access to the doggy door. The doggy door isn't the right size for Jackson, but he can still get in and out of it. He's pretty limber and, he just gets in there and, the whole 9 yards. So he can fit. He's thin enough to fit, but it's not meant for a dog his size. It's meant for smaller dogs.
Put a bigger one in.
Yeah. So, might have to do that, but he does better just at my house. Just the fact that he has the in and out, but my dogs don't want to play with him. My dogs are older, so he goes and he wants to play with Pearl or with Precious, and they just look at him like.
Well, plus Precious is this big, she don't want to play with a giant dog.
No, she doesn't, and she's the oldest one that I have. So
I kennel my dogs only at night though.
But you have a perfect situation where you can have Bruce at home during the day.
Absolutely do.
So they can be at home. But anybody that has a working family where you leave from 8 to 5. If you don't have a doggy door like I have for my dogs, you either need to kennel them or they get locked up outside all day.
Yeah, and I don't.
And I don't want to do that either. I don't want to lock them. It's hot down here, even in the winter and the fall.
And ours, like last night when we went to Austin, we left the house at about 1:30 yesterday and got home at 10. We just let them have the run of the house.
Of course.
And let them go out in the backyard and stuff. But the reason we kennel ours at night, and they actually do really good. Now, Cooper, he wants out of that thing at 5:10 after 5, 7 days a week. He wants out of that kennel. And we get up and we let him out because I'm not going to make him stay in there any longer than just to sleep. But one reason that we will continue to kennel them is, one, I don't trust those little fools to leave them out all night.
And that's another thing. If I get another dog, then I might have to kennel both of them because I won't trust either one of them to be out all night.
But the other reason is I know Betty is a barker. And she would be, and I'm not going to leave them in my house without leaving the pet door open. Mm-hmm. And Betty would be that dog that our neighbors would want to poison because she would bark
too much
all night long,
mm-hmm.
And I'm just not going to do that to my neighbors. But anyway, like you said, it works for some people and it don't work for other people.
It's all about situations and stuff. And I really thought that Paige would want to take Jackson back after a year or so, because I think he would have more fun with Jazz.
But she has 3, right?
She has 3. She has Princess, Chief, and Jasmine, Jazz. But I also don't think
you need to tell her just to give you Jazz, and she would have Chief and Princess, and you could have Jazz and Jax.
You're crazy.
They would love that.
I know they would love that, but I don't know if I could handle that. I don't know if I could handle that. Jazz really loves me. I mean, Jazz loves everybody, but Jazz really loves me, and I don't think she'd ever leave me alone. But I don't know. I'd have to think about it. But anyway, Kata was a lot of fun to have over, and that's the biggest amount of excitement I've had for a while is to have an overnight guest for Jackson.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Shyla, speaking of dogs, continuing the dog thing, Shyla gets her dogs these bones, these cow bones from Granzines in New Braunfels, and they're steamed. I didn't know that they were steamed, but they're steamed so they like don't make a huge mess. You know, when the dogs start chewing on them, they're not like freshly cut off the cow and gave to you. They are steamed, which kills the germs or whatever in them. But anyway, her dogs love them. And so last week when she was coming over to bring Ace for us to get to know Ace, she brought Cooper and Betty each a bone from Granzines. Oh my gosh, they love those because they're real marrow in them and they're real. And yesterday, Cooper was like, not yesterday, day before yesterday, Cooper was like throwing a fit. He was like whining and jumping off the couch and looking under the couch. And I thought, what is your deal? So I noticed Betty was chewing on her bone. So I thought, well, he's lost his bone. So I looked under the couch, and sure enough, he had pushed his bone up under the couch and he wanted his bone. But they love those things.
My dad has gotten both Jazz and Jax. They don't have bones small enough. Well, at least at his butcher. I think they're steamed, but I don't know. There's like no meat on the outside. It's just a bone to chew on. But it's a real, you can tell it's a real animal bone. And it's got the marrow on the inside, and they go at it and, you know, are licking on the inside and stuff. And Jazz loves them. And so does Jackson. But usually I have to get, like my dad will get something smaller, like a little rib or something for, you know, Precious and Pearl, because sometimes he'll just get the store-bought stuff, you know, like a little store-bought rib bone.
Well, I can have Shyla next time she goes and gets all of our dogs' bones, see if they have any little enough for
my dad's
dogs.
butcher does it. I don't know where exactly he goes. I just know he goes to a butcher and he gets bones for the dogs. And the last time he got one for Bella was not interested, and Jackson ended up getting it.
I'll ask Shyla to look next time she goes and see if they have any small enough ones for your dogs. And a big one for Jax.
Yeah, they've always loved them. Loved them real good. But, what else?
So, you know, I know you know, I don't know if everybody else knows, but me and my kids, we are all huge readers. Well, huge readers and audible listens, but we still call it reading because we're reading.
I call it reading,
you know.
too, but I'm listening.
But one of the ladies that knits with us was telling me that Gone with the Wind was her favorite book. And so she wanted me to listen to Gone with the Wind because she listened to a book I recommended. And I'm like, okay. So I got it. And Shyla, it's a long book. I'm listening to it now, but it is a long book. Shyla said, and Shyla has read and listened to hundreds of books.
I bet she's read and listened to thousands of
Probably
books.
thousands of books. And she said that Gone with the Wind was by far the best book she has ever read. Ever.
Wow.
And I thought, man, that is an endorsement because that is, you know, she's read tons and tons of books. And I'm listening to it and she's listening to it again.
Wow.
So if anybody's interested in an old book, you know.
I'll have to put that on my list someday. I've been really into romance books lately. I can't even remember the last time I turned on the TV, but I've been listening to a lot of different books. And I'll just go home and, you know, put the headphones in my ear. I'm also becoming a headphone junkie. I have 3 sets of headphones. And put the headphones in my ear. I'll clean the house or work out or just sit in the chair and listen to a book. It looks like I'm doing nothing but sitting there and knitting, but I'm actually, you know, listening or whatever. And I got the Audible Escape package, and I've really been enjoying it because I get a lot of, you know.
What is that?
It's an extra $7.52 a month, and but they're all romance.
Okay.
And you can get any of you can only have up to 10 at a time. You're like borrowing them.
Okay.
You listen to them real quick, and then you turn them in.
But it's just romance books.
I'm 99% sure that's why they're called Audible. I don't know why they called them Audible Escape. They maybe should have called it Romance Escape or something, but they're only romance books. And it's not all romances. Just because a book is listed as a romance it has to be like approved for an Audible Escape package and, you know, the whole 9 yards, but then it has like a little Audible fan in pink in the corner. If you're ever going through Audible and you see this little pink fan in the corner of the picture, that's an Audible Escape package, and you would have been able to get that one for free. So if you go through your little Audible list, and I'm pulling up my Audible, and you go to your library, see all the there's going on my thing. See all those, see that fan? All those fans?
Yep.
Then you could have gotten it for free. Sorry.
I mean, I'm not big into romance stuff, and but we listen to a lot of historical stuff and like war stuff. We like,
See, and I can't get into that stuff. That stuff just doesn't. I like mystery or romance. That's about it. Well,
and we do fantasy, some fantasy stuff.
They have some fantasy romance, like, I don't know, like Alien Lover, or, I don't know, because I don't usually listen to those.
I don't even like love songs. Love songs make me want to throw up.
Yeah, I'm pretty much into all love songs and romance.
Not me.
But I also love mystery and stuff like that. So I listen to some mystery and some, Jeffrey Deaver or Dean Koontz or something. I'm not like Stephen King. I think that's too much for me.
Oh yeah, I don't like Stephen King either.
But anyway, but I've been enjoying a lot of books lately too. And as a matter of fact, I just called AT&T today because my home internet and cable went up like $20. And this is apparently only for like 10 days of my bill cycle. So I had some special 2-year promotion that I was getting this really great price. And it went up like $20 just for these 10 days that was getting prorated. And I called them up. I said, you guys got to get me back to the price that I was at, because otherwise I'm just going to like cancel it and like get Google Fiber or something. And then like, go with a streaming system like YouTube, or I think Apple's coming out with their new streaming. I think their new TV streaming is supposed to be like starting at $4.99 a month or something. Of course you have to buy the Apple TV, but that's a one-time purchase, and then have the streaming. It's like cheaper than Netflix. It's cheaper than Hulu, but even like you could do Hulu Plus, or or just add channels on your Amazon or whatever. Anyway, AT&T did bring me back down to where I was, but I'll have to call again in 12 months because I'm only on like a 12-month promotion, and then the price is just going to go up again. So I'm going to have to seriously consider
it's ridiculous the amount of money we spend.
Just dropping cable, having a really great internet, and just doing a streaming service, because I hardly ever watch TV anymore. Somebody was saying that they're going to the Bahamas in a couple of weeks, and they're like, I'm so glad the hurricane didn't do that. But I said, I haven't even watched the news in like 2 weeks, so I don't even know what Dorian or whatever it was did. I know that might make me sound a little bit ignorant. I just haven't been watching anything, so. But I guess we might want to talk about knitting.
Yeah.
I'm knitting on Grace's socks, my podcast sock knitting. And I don't know if you noticed, but I'm wearing, it keeps coming off the shoulder. I think Darlene has the right idea. I might have to close the shoulders a little bit more, but this is my weekender.
It looks great.
Yeah.
It looks good.
Today's the first day I'm wearing it. I finished it, I guess, a week or so ago.
And I'm working on Peyton's Christmas socks. Shala, I need you to tell me what size shoes she has, because I need to figure out where to put the heel in. And I think it's not going to be too much longer, I think, until I get to the heel.
No, it won't be too much longer.
So I need to know what size shoes she wears, Shala.
Are you going to do like a Fish Lips Kiss heel, or are you going to do like an afterthought heel, or?
I'm not going to, probably not an
gusset?
afterthought heel.
Are you going to do like a
or maybe I'll do an
gusset?
afterthought heel.
Okay. Then you can just keep going.
So.
Afterthought heel is my favorite, because then I don't have to pay attention to when I need to stop and just keep going.
If I'm going to do a true afterthought heel, then you're going to have to help me with me, because I've never done a true one. I've always done like put the line in.
Yeah, I can do that.
So, but anyway, let me know, Shala. So.
And speaking of weekender, somebody else got a weekender.
They did. Shala, I got Shala's weekender finished. It looks great on her. The only thing that she's not crazy, and I'm not either, about this big old boat neck thing.
Now, I do have to say, we had a friend that finished her weekender absolutely first, and she was making. Did Heather make a size small?
Yeah.
She made herself a size small, and she is small. She needs to be a small. But she had said that if she were to redo it, the the part of the pattern where it says to close this up was too tight to her. So when I did mine, and I believe I bound off Shyla's as well, when I did it, I left a couple extra stitches on each side here. So it's a little bit bigger than what the pattern calls for, but I think it's going to be very easy to just get some more of this yarn and close up another inch on each side here, and it won't be too
I think
bad.
Shyla would probably like it better. Now she sent you those pictures, didn't she?
I have pictures to insert.
Did she send you some yesterday?
She
Okay,
said,
of
"Mama,
by the ladders and stuff.
yeah,
Okay, and it looks cute the way she has it on, because she has on like a eraser back bra on it, and it looks okay. But I don't know. I told her to wear it for a couple of times, and if she wants me to fix it, I'll fix it. But I
think I'm gonna fix
wouldn't
mine.
like it. I wouldn't like it hanging off my shoulder
But
like that.
I just don't want anybody thinking that this is the regular Andrea Mowry pattern. We did leave an extra spot here because a friend of ours told us that the neck was
But
too
even if
tight.
you look at in the projects,
It's
a
meant
wide
to be a wide neck, but I know that according to the pattern for the size that we made, medium for Shyla and of course extra large for me, I did not close up an extra 6 inches on each side here. So that 6 inches is at least 6 stitches, not inches. 6 stitches is at least an inch or so over here.
And
so.
speaking of finished objects, so I finished that. Carrie finished this, and then I also finished. And Carrie reminded me that I actually have completed 2 of my summer goals, which I'm shocked.
She told me
that
like
I finished a
2
goal.
podcasts ago. She said, I need to finish this by the end of September. She said, you need to make sure that I finish these 3 things by the end of September. I said, okay. And she's got 2 of them done.
And I'm shocked by that. So one of them was Shyla's sweater, and the other one was Peyton's sweater, and it's the Effortless Cardigan by Hannah Fettig. And so we each made one. And I got this bright idea that I wanted to finish Peyton's, like in a month. And Carrie was like, well, Paige's birthday is in 2 weeks. Do you think we can do it in 16 days? And I'm like, I don't know, but let's try. So Carrie made us these spreadsheets, and I finished mine in 16 days, and Carrie finished hers in 17 days, from start to finish. And Peyton's and Peyton's was a woman's small, and Paige's was an adult large, or a woman's large. So hers was bigger, so she had more to do than I did. But Peyton's, they look great, and Peyton's fit her so good. I am going to have to get Peyton's back eventually and lengthen the arms, because her sleeves right now just hit right at the top of her hand. She likes it that length, but as fast as she's growing, I'm going to have
eventually
to fix
you're going to need
that.
to make a longer.
But she loves it, and it looks so good on her. I'm so glad that
and
I
Paige's was a
finished.
surprise for her birthday. And so I surprised her with it when we went to dinner. Every year, Paige likes to go to Texas Roadhouse for her birthday. Every year. And Bizzle comes because Bizzle's birthday is 2 days later. Every year. Now, they're in the same grade because Bizzle was born after September 1 and Paige was born before September 1. So even though Bizzle's a whole year older, or 363 days, they're in the same grade because of the way that, fell on the school year.
Did make Bizzle a sweater?
I didn't. I would happily make her one if she wanted a sweater, but Paige was very surprised, and I have pictures of both, of all 3, Peyton, Shyla, and Paige to insert.
And when I got Peyton's finished, and Kagan happened to be at the house, and after I got it blocked and everything, Kagan tried it on, and she was like, I really like that. And she's my picky Paige granddaughter.
She is the Paige granddaughter.
So
she's just as picky as Paige.
I told her, I said, okay. She said, will you make me one, please? And I was like, yeah, I'll make you one. What size do you want? And she was like, I want it bigger than Peyton's. And then I showed her pictures of Paige wearing hers. And Paige and Kagan, they're probably similar in size. And so Kagan is a woman size girl. I mean, she's 17, but she didn't want it as big as Paige's.
Paige's is very long,
but she wanted it bigger than Peyton's. So I cast hers on, and it's going to be a medium,
right in between Peyton and Paige's.
So,
and
then Shyla wants one, but so whenever I get Peyton's or this one finished, Kagan's finished, I want Shyla to try it on. And then she can tell me if she wants the large or if she wants the medium. I think Shyla's going to want the medium. But
Probably.
This is Kagan's. And and Carrie made me a spreadsheet because she's awesome. And so wanted to finish it by the end of the month, and so I spilled coffee on it. Well, actually, I didn't spill coffee on it. Cooper spilled coffee on it.
Cooper spilled coffee on it.
But
because you know he has hands.
oh my gosh, he like hit the table, and that whole cup of coffee went like in the floor, and
Like when I spilled your coffee.
yeah, actually.
Darlene came into work one day. She was bringing me some gorgeous yarn, and I
For
went
Paige's sweater,
for
right?
Paige's sweater. She was bringing me the most gorgeous yarn. She gave the yarn for Paige's birthday for a sweater, and I knocked her in. She hadn't even had a sip of it yet
No.
from Bill Miller's. I knocked the entire thing over. All the coffee on the. She goes, you can just throw that cup away. I was like, let me buy you some
In the
more.
whole, she was like, I'm gonna go buy you some more coffee. I was like, are you going to Bill Miller's? She was like, no, there's Starbucks here. I was like, Starbucks is disgusting.
She hates Starbucks.
I hate Starbucks. So, but anyway, Cooper spilled my coffee. So I need to finish this sweater by the 28th of September. And so far, I'm like on track.
All right, Friday the
So,
13th.
so I'm doing good on that.
Yay.
So since this is, you know,
Just 15 more days.
yeah. So I'm also in tandem, I think that's the word. I'm trying to work on a sweater for Paige. And this sweater, this is all Peyton's fault.
This is Peyton's fault.
Peyton, we need words, girl. This is all your
Peyton's
fault.
fault.
So y'all remember a few
Podcasts
ago, I made this sweater for Peyton when she was 5, and then she wanted me to lengthen the arms so that she could wear it because now it was a fitted sweater rather than a bulky sweater. And I put it on, you know, I finished it and she put it on. Well, Paige saw her wearing that.
Paige had to watch the podcast
Yeah.
and saw her wear it, and I get a text later that night saying, I want a sweater like Peyton's.
So go Peyton. You got a 24-year-old wanting to look like you.
Exactly.
And Carrie asked her, what color do you want? She wanted gray. And Carrie's like, which color gray? Do you want this gray or do you want this gray? And she was
said,
I want both.
I want both.
And so I told Carrie, you know, Carrie has done so much and this is the exact color of Shiloh's Weekender.
This is the color of Shiloh's Weekender.
So Carrie's done so much for my kids, and I love Paige. And so I told Carrie, I was like, I'll make Paige one. And so Carrie's making Paige one, and I'm making Paige one.
This one's Paige's.
And but the only thing is I told Carrie we have to finish them at the same time because I want us to give them to Paige at the same time.
Yes.
So this is actually, I'm going to be so tired of this color by the time I'm done.
Because it's the same color as Kagan's.
It's the exact yarn and color that I'm making Kagan's. So I'm working on Paige's and Kagan's.
I would let her do this one, but it's darker and it's the same color as the Weekender she just made. So either way,
I'm fine with this. I
double
kind of
dipping,
like the lighter color. So.
I started Paige's on a 7, and then she got Gage on an 8, so I redid mine, and I like the 8 better. So that's why I had 2 pulled out. This is getting frogged. I just haven't had a chance to frog it.
So I'm following my schedule to finish Kagan's, and because actually my schedule for Paige's doesn't start until the 29th, which is the day after I'm supposed to finish Kagan's.
Right.
But I'm trying to work on it. If I get a little bit ahead on Kagan's, and I pick up Paige's, and actually Paige's is so nice to work on because it's just knitting in the round.
Yeah, I love my favorite.
So that's all I'm working on right now is Paige's and Kagan's sweaters.
So I'm working.
Oh, and Peyton's Christmas socks.
I usually only pull socks out when I'm podcasting. These will probably go away for another month until it's time to podcast again, unless I get into one of those moods where I'm like, I feel like just not doing anything.
And
and might happen.
The same is probably for these two.
So while these are active whips, they usually don't get all that worked on unless, we're recording. So I am also working on socks, and I'm also working on, of course, the sweater. Another Wallaby, because Paige wanted both grays. She can't get just one. And then...
Well, we are awful easy.
We are awful easy.
I mean, we're easy, so...
And then I'm working on a sweater for me. It's a very Carrie color.
It's so pretty.
And it's called Torbellino. And I just divided for sleeves last night, which is why it kind of looks all scrunched.
It's pretty. Got another color work.
And let me see if I have yeah, it is. But the color work's finished.
Really?
And it's not actually color work. I went to knit night last night, and I was showing a couple of the girls. So the color work is finished, and it is color work, but it's not knit 5 orange knit 1 beige, knit 5 orange, knit 1 beige. It's actually slip 5 orange, knit 1 beige. So it's more of a mosaic.
Really?
It's mosaic knitting.
Wow.
Because you're not working with 2 colors in the same row all the way around. You're just working with 1 color. I'm working with the beige, and I'm going all the way around. I'm slipping, knitting 1, slipping, knitting
Really
1.
pretty.
And you know, it makes the inside, you know, kind of pretty. But so it's not true fashion color work. It's more, I think it's called mosaic, I think. But
Too bad it's not green.
yeah, too bad. Here's the picture. And I'll insert a link in the show notes, but that's it. And I'm enjoying that. And those are the 2 main things. Like Darlene has the Kagan and Paige, and I have Paige and me.
I tell you, it was just, whenever I finished Peyton's sweater, it was such a great feeling to finish something.
It is.
And I want to talk about those in a minute. I thought, you know, this is what I need to do. I need to like be committed to 1 or 2 things and get things done.
It can get a little boring. It can.
It can, but it also
But it is also
it's such a great feeling.
It's very
you know?
gratifying. Very gratifying when it's done.
I need to get back to Shyla's octopus, the Kraken. I need to finish that, and then I also need to make Peyton's bear, and I need to make myself do that because I promised Peyton that bear, you know, months ago when I did the pig for Shyla, but I've kind of like. I was on this armagumi or whatever you say kick for a while, and now I'm kind of on a sweater kick. So I will get your bear and your octopuses made, girls, I promise.
Yeah, it's fun to be on a sweater kick when you're getting close to fall.
Oh
I mean,
my
it's still kind
gosh.
of hot outside,
Yeah.
but it's fun to be on it when it, you know, when it's right around the corner. Like, okay, I can wear that soon. Of course, I'm wearing mine today.
Yeah, but it's cotton.
It is cotton.
But I was just so excited to get Peyton's sweater finished. I thought, man. And then I started Kagan's, a week ago. And I'm like,
yeah,
I've got a lot done on it.
You've gotten a lot done. A lot done.
So it just feels good to actually get things done. I guess when you're not starting 10 million things, you actually get things done.
So besides getting this weekender done and Paige's effortless card getting done, I did finish the socks for the little boy that comes to my Thanksgiving celebration. His name is Carl, but they did not fit him. So maybe on the next podcast, you're going to see me knitting in more yellow and green because I need to start a new pair for him, make them bigger. Hopefully have those finished by Thanksgiving this year.
So I know y'all probably noticed that Carrie and I have these matching bags.
Yeah, we have to hold it a little bit higher.
So Bruce, I wanted this bag so bad because it's a French seal. And it's a seal and a sweater and a beret. Okay, come on, how cute.
But look how cute the naked ones are. The naked ones are cuter. They've just got a beret on. She likes the clothed ones.
The clothed.
I like the naked
but
ones.
But I asked Bruce, I was like, will you please make me this bag, please? And he was like, no, you don't need a bag. You already have too many bags. And I'm like, please, I just need a bag. And so then Carrie bought this one. And when I got home, there was 2 of them. And I'm like, why did you make 2? And he was like, well, I know you want that bag really bad, and I can't let Carrie. You can't let Carrie have one if you don't have one. Even though Carrie bought hers, but still, he knew I would cry.
I told her she owed me now.
I know. So I got a new bag because Carrie got a new bag. I was so happy.
They're amazing bags. They really are.
These things, I'm telling you, these are a true sweater. Whenever I was making Peyton's
it's a great size.
Peyton's is in a woman's
This has 2
small.
sweaters in it.
Yeah. That's what I was going to say. I had all of Peyton's yarn in hers plus 7 skeins of another yarn that Carrie brought to me at work. I mean, it is the greatest size bag.
It's awesome. It really is awesome. It really is awesome. I think the only other thing I brought to show is some crocheting I want to do. First of all, I have this new crochet hook. Darlene has one too, but
they're amazing.
Look at how beautiful that is. It's like this beautiful bright yellow.
That's
I'm
so
not even
pretty.
a yellow person, and it just makes me so happy. And these are Furls crochet hooks, and I was finally able to get one in this size, which I think is what, an H? Yeah, an H, a 5.0 millimeter. I hadn't been able to get a Furls in this size because they were always selling out.
I guess
They have
that must be
different
the most
colors.
popular size.
It might be, but I did get one. And our friend Rosanna, when we went to the lake house, she gave me her Havana kit. She said she can't crochet with it. The fibers bother her nose and the whole 9 yards.
Wow, that is bright.
And This is the actual kit that they were selling.
It's beautiful.
Oh, the
though.
other colors are even brighter. This is only week 1. There's yellows and reds and all sorts of colors, but this is week 1. And I really want to get back onto crocheting this
That's
soon
beautiful.
because I would really like to have it, you know, for like December, January, Christmas time, whatever. I am really enjoying this, and I don't usually enjoy crocheting as much as I've been enjoying this. And now that I have a Veril's hook to go with it.
I need to finish Kagan's blanket, and I need to finish your blanket.
I just love this.
It's beautiful.
Just love
It is so pretty.
And I love working on it. So thank you, Rosanna. I think that's all I had.
The only other thing I have is like I have a list of sweaters that I want to make. So I have.
Don't we all?
I know, but I actually have Ravelry projects for all of these, so I'm committed.
Because there's a Ravelry project, she's committed.
Yeah.
She acts like she's never deleted a Ravelry
Yeah, right.
project.
That's true. But now I want to make Casey that brownstone
Yeah.
out of that Paris Nights.
Uh-huh.
And I want to make Camille that ease out of that fuchsia. And oh my gosh, y'all should see that yarn.
It's beautiful.
It is gorgeous.
Do you have a picture to send me so I can put it?
I
can
think I
insert
do.
it. I'll try and
Yeah,
insert a
I think I
picture.
do.
But you know, pictures never do anything.
I
When
started
you have a
to bring
great
that
color
yarn.
like
I should have
that.
brought it because it is amazing. It's Rios, Malabrigo Rios fuchsia, and it is so pretty. And so I actually have those skeined up in a project bag to
ready to go.
ready to go. And then I ordered some Malabrigo Rios black because Shyla, she asked me if I would make her that effortless cardigan, and she said surprise me with the color. She hasn't asked me to make her anything black in a really long time because I threatened her existence if she did.
I think I have a video of Darlene promising to never make anything ever again in black.
But I also know that's her favorite color,
And she's
she
gonna
would
wear
wear the crap out of it.
She will.
So I'm gonna make it in black. So that's a secret, Shyla.
Yeah, you don't know that.
You don't know that.
Don't hear that.
And then I want to make Colt and Ellie, Shannon's kids, a wallaby.
That will be awesome.
Wouldn't that be cute? So I ordered Knit Picks Brava because I want Nina to be able to just throw them in the washer.
Of course.
And they're little, so they'll be easy to make. So I ordered Ellie a purple, like a lilac color, and Colt like this cobalt blue.
Ooh, that'll be
for theirs.
beautiful.
And then I want to make Peyton's bear. So that's my list of things to get done before Christmas.
Before Christmas.
You better get on those spreadsheets, girl.
Wow.
But you know, that ease, the brownstone and the ease will go
You do
fast.
know those 16 days weren't like just any normal 16
I
days,
know.
right?
I think, I finished one sweater and I think I'm a genius
No,
now.
she
I
is a
can, do
genius,
all
and
this.
she can do all this. But I think Christmas is very.
No, I know I'm not going to get all that done by Christmas. I do want to get Casey's done by Christmas because...
I need to work on my dad's and have my dad's done by Christmas.
But I think, I was looking at the brownstone projects. There was this one lady that made that brownstone in 7 days. Now, she might be a knitting fool, but
She might be.
But she made it in 7 days.
That's crazy. Here's a sweater I want to make.
Oh,
I sent this to Darlene today, and I said, "Look at the next sweater we're gonna make. It's brioche, people."
But I got my yarn. Well, I didn't get my yarn, but I got my yarn picked out of Carrie's yarn stash. And I'm going to use like this. It's this beautiful green called Dragonflight from Miss Babs, and I'm going to put it with this Madeline Tosh antique lace. Do you know how? Do you think that'll be pretty?
I do. I think it'll be beautiful.
I think that'll be so.
Which one are you going to put on
pretty.
top?
I think I want to put the antique lace on top.
Okay.
So.
It'll be beautiful.
I think it'll just be gorgeous.
And she goes, "I can't do brioche." I said, "Yes, you can. I watched you do a whole sweater." She goes, "Well, you were sitting right next to me. Well, I'm just going to have to sit next to you on this one too then."
That's so.
I just love the feel of brioche. Yes, it can be complicated, and yes, it can be a little bit of a mind game, but I love the feel of the fabric that squishy brioche makes. It's just, I think it's just amazing.
Oh.
Not that we need so much squishy in a sweater here in South Texas.
I need to make something in brioche because I need to like mark that off of my accomplishment list. You know, because it's just hard. And everybody says it's not that hard. Well, to me, it's hard. So I need to accomplish. I need to put that in my...
It's about getting a rhythm now.
I need to get it done. So
we do have a giveaway.
Can I say one more thing before we do that?
We can, yeah.
So I saw Kate at a race a couple of weeks ago. I was with Kagan and Camille, And Kagan, she was like, Granny, because we all love office supplies. And
Paige and I live for office supplies.
She's like, I want to show you the most awesome thing. And I'm like, okay. So she says, these highlighters. So they're Sharpie highlighters. And in this highlighter, in the tip of it, right there, is a magnifying glass.
Do you see? Do you see how there's like a clear thing?
They're called Clearview Sharpie highlighters. And they are so cool because you can actually see what you're highlighting.
Yeah, so that like you're going to highlight it, and that clear little part inside the tip is that clear little part, and it's a magnifying glass, and you can see what you're highlighting.
So I was telling Carrie, and Carrie was like, oh yeah, we have to have them because, her and I have to have everything. So, but they're so cool because I highlight the sizes on all of my patterns.
Had to have orange.
So thank you, Kagan.
I highlight all the sizes on mine too.
I highlight sizes and rows and stitches and all kinds of things on my patterns. So
yeah, like on this one, I highlight. And
I do that too. So.
And I know there's a lot, so these are all highlighted throughout. And I know there's a lot of people that like to use their Knit Companion, and it's got highlighters in it. But there's something about feeling a piece of paper and getting this thing and looking through that little magnifying thing, and
it's amazing.
And highlight. It's just a great feeling. It really is. So if you're into office supplies, like Darlene and I apparently are.
And Kagan and Camille.
Yeah, it's called.
And I know Shyla and Peyton are too.
Sharpie Clearview. They're amazing.
Pretty awesome.
Fabulous.
Okay, that's all I have.
Okay, well, let's give away our box. I already did a drawing.
Okay, this is it. We'll put it in the mail today.
We will, if I get an address. Actually.
Oh yeah, true. It may not be till Monday.
I don't know if you can see that. I'll insert that, but it was 2 to 20, and the number was 3, which was Renegale. Send me a message, and
I got to brag about my daughter for a minute, and congratulations, Renegale, on winning.
Yes.
We have a friend named Tania that lives in Killeen, and she's amazing. We love Tania, but Tania wanted a yarn box, and she was in contact with my daughter, and she was like, she wanted a Girl Scout. She wanted the Girl Scout, and I told Shyla to be careful with that, so she's not like advertising it or anything, but she did do the Girl Scout thing, and she it is amazing. She did an amazing job on Tania's box. It was the most intricate thing that Shyla's ever done. It was beautiful. So
it was great.
But
it was absolutely great. I think just the because you've got those two faces right next to each other for the Girl Scout logo. If we have a picture of that, I can insert it.
Should you? Yeah.
I don't know if I'll get in trouble. Maybe I shouldn't.
Yeah, let's not. But Tania put it on Instagram, so I guess it's okay. So,
yeah. What is she on Instagram? Crochet.
I'll have to find it.
I'll find it and put it here in the notes, and you can go to her Instagram.
But it's beautiful. It is just beautiful. Shyla did such a great job on it.
And I have my Longhorn box right next to my knitting, and I love using it.
Longhorn is kind of like a trademark thing too. So
yeah.
So I guess it's okay.
I'll insert a picture then. And but I love using it. I mean, I love
mine too. I use mine every day. So anyway, I hope you enjoy your box. Renegale, yeah, so. Renegale. And I guess that's all we have. Yeah, I don't think
by the next time that we podcast, we'll be done with our cowl. Our cowl goes to the end of September. Our, put everything on your body, the upper body sweater.
I need to put my sweaters in our list, or at least
in our cowl.
In our cowl.
Yeah, but you're not going to win.
No, I know, but at least
I need to put mine in too. But so by the time, get those sweaters and stuff for your upper body finished, and vest, whatever, and get those entered, and then hopefully with our next podcast we'll be able to draw some winners for that. I don't even know what we're winning, but
you know what? I tell you what we'll give away. We'll give away a sweater bag.
Oh wow, yeah, because
we'll give away one of these.
We'll give away a sweater bag. All right, great. So that's what we're giving away. You guys get those sweaters in.
So it'll be the winner's choice of a bag.
All right, fabulous. Now I want to win.
Hey, it's your rules if you...
I'm the one drawing the number. I guess I
Yeah.
can make that one work.
You can win it if you want.
All right, guys. I think that's all we have. So we'll see you in about a month then.
Okay,
Get
bye-bye.
your sweaters in. Bye.